is out of 11 sectors in the Customer Service Index Report Ghana survey.
I think last year they had a lot of regulatory issues. That particular sector also has issues with fraud and claim scams.
Plus, Ghana Tourism Authority optimistic of exceeding growth target following increased tourism activities.
With some of the product improvement that we are seeing, I'm looking forward to a time that when we come here, we will say that the people who are moving around the country are around 2 million.
I am Michael Ogbodu. I bring you details of our top stories and more shortly. Please stay with us. Well, thank you for staying with us. Straight into our top story now. The Institute for Energy Security, IES, has predicted fuel prices in Ghana are likely to rise slightly starting today for the first pricing window of the month. This increase is largely driven by a 2% increase in international fuel prices and a slight depreciation of the local currency. This report has the details.
Drivers and consumers are expected to see prices of petrol, diesel and LPG go up marginally. The Institute of Energy Security, IES's projection is based on the 2.93% increase in price of petrol, 4.79% price rise for diesel, and 2.44% increase in price recorded for LPG on the international market, coupled with a 1.18% depreciation of the cedi against the dollar. The IES anticipates price for all three products to go up going into the month of February. Adam Yakubu is a research analyst at IES.
Putting these factors together, the IES is projecting price of petrol could increase by 2%, 3% for the price of diesel, and 2% for the price of LPG going into the first pricing window for February 2024, barring any policy intervention.
While the projected fuel price increase is relatively small, it comes at a time when Ghanaians are already grappling with rising cost of living.
So there you have it. In the next couple of hours, you may see price changes at the pumps. But away from that, customer service in the insurance industry took a huge toll in 2023, being ranked the last among 10 other sectors. This was revealed in a survey conducted by the Customer Service Indexed Ghana. There's more in this report.
In 2022, the insurance sector was among the top 5 well-performing sectors in terms of customer service. However, the industry faced a lot of setbacks in 2023, dropping to last among 11 sectors sampled in a customer service survey. President of the Institute of Customer Service Professionals, Yvonne Ohui McCarthy, gave reasons.
I think last year they had a lot of regulatory issues. That particular sector also has issues with fraud and claim scams. Okay, so I am anticipating that it's become very difficult for them or some of these insurance institutions to deal with these particular issues. And the minute that happens, the very person whose experience is touched is the customer.
Aside insurance, sectors like healthcare, utilities, among others, also trailed.
Banking, e-commerce, okay, these are sectors that usually would be in the first 5. This year, there's been a shift and most of them have moved to the last 6.
The telecommunications sector, however, came tops on the charts, with hospitality second and public institutions third. Overall, customer satisfaction in Ghana for 2023 increased in the rankings to a B with 73.94%. The Customer Service Index is a national indicator of customer evaluations of quality of goods or services provided by companies in Ghana.
I think it's about time we start looking at customer service as a boardroom issue and even start thinking about putting a regulation together that would help organizations toe the customer service line properly.
Well, that was Menu Afo's report. Now, away from that, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority, GTA, Akwesi Agyeman, has expressed confident optimism that domestic tourism will surpass its recent impressive growth of 47% achieved over the past 3 years. He said the authority is hopeful that with innovations as well as the partnership model the authority is building, the number would increase by close of the year. He was speaking at the 6th Ghana Hotels Association Awards organized in Accra.
Recently, the Ghana Tourism Authority instituted campaigns like Experience Ghana, Share Ghana, to promote the sector's market offerings. Speaking at the Ghana Hotels Association Awards, Chief Executive of the authority, Akwesi Agyeman, emphasized the significance of the initiative to boosting local tourism and bolstering economic growth.
With some of the product improvement that we are seeing, I'm looking forward to a time that when we come here, we will say that the people who are moving around the country are around 2 million. Currently, we are around 1.4, and I believe that we can move that number up if we work together, continue to collaborate, and continue to build trust amongst ourselves.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Hotels Association is calling for a favorable macroeconomic environment for the hotels and hospitality sector to thrive.
We are doing our part in terms of right recruitment, in terms of management practices and all that. And we also look forward to the government fulfilling its part of the role, which has to do with ensuring that the inflation is at a good rate, the electricity tariffs or water tariffs are at a rate that will be convenient for us, and also the other taxes, VAT and all that. So,
member hotels and individuals of the Ghana Hotels Association who distinguished themselves in various aspects in their hotel operations were rewarded.
That was Bismarck Ewusa's report. Away from that, the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana has expressed worry over the slow implementation of the Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 2. The executive director of the association, Dr. Charles Nyaba, is concerned the situation could impact the 2024 farming season negatively. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture last year rolled out the Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 2 to replace PFJ1 due to some failures.
We were consulted, we had engagement with the ministry, a lot of inputs and the recommendations took place. Aggregators were asked to apply, of which we all did. But my brother, as we sit, if you ask me what is happening with PG2, I wouldn't be able to point out that this is what is going on. Farmers are so desperate to hear from the ministry what they should expect, but we haven't gotten any news. So for me, what I can say is that PFG2 is yet to commence implementation. And maybe the minister is waiting to do the implementation in 2024. If that's the case, my only appeal is that it should be as soon as possible, because the 2024 farming season for the southern sector will start in March.
Dr. Charles Nyaba is the executive director of the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana. Now, the UK government has urged Ghana to fully implement the IMF conditionalities to boost investor confidence and establish a strong economy. The UK Minister of State for Development and Africa, Andrew Mitchell, gave the advice during a visit with a meeting with Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia at the Jubilee House in Accra.
Andrew Mitchell is also the leader of the UK Ghana Business Council, and the Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, engaged in a discussion on matters of mutual interest and democracy. The Vice President, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, highlighted the UK's investment in agriculture and other sectors and pledged to continue collaborating with the UK government.
Commerce and trade between Ghana and the UK have been quite encouraging, with major exports from Ghana, including cocoa, canned tuna, and banana, whereas such products such as machinery, electronics, and chemical products are imported from the UK. I wish to emphasize that Ghana remains one of the most attractive business destinations on the continent for foreign direct investment.
The UK's Minister of Development in Africa, Andrew Mitchell, emphasized the importance of their engagement with Ghana, urging government to adhere to IMF conditionalities to enhance Ghana's economy.
We are backing you to stick to the conditions of the IMF program this year so that you can continue to alleviate the economic pressures the Ghanaians face. And there are several ways in which we can support. As you know well, sir, we have long established, highly successful partnerships between our central banks, our tax authorities, and our statistical agencies. I'm also happy to say that we're in the process of designing a new program to support Ghana's long-term economic and financial stability.
A memorandum of understanding was signed between the two governments.
So that was a report on the visit of the UK Minister of State for Development and Africa. Let's now turn our attention to the currency market, find out how the cedi is trading against major currencies, and bring you updates also from the commodities market.
On the interbank foreign exchange market, where banks trade amongst themselves, the dollar is selling at 12 cedis 4 pesos. It gained 3 pesos. The British pound gained 8 pesos, selling at 15 cedis 31 pesos. The euro gained 3 pesos, selling at 13 cedis 6 pesos. However, be guided that these figures will be higher at a forex bureau near you. On the global commodities market, Brent crude oil is down by 1.40%, selling now at about $82 per barrel, while the price of an ounce of gold is up by 0.19%, selling at about $2,041. Price of cocoa is up by 0.35%, selling at $4,822 per ton.
So those were updates from the commodities and the currency market, bringing an end to the business news here on Sunrise. For more business stories, please check out our website. It's 3news.com. My name is Michael Ogbodu, and the king and queen of the airways are
I like that.
Good
the
to
king
see
and
you.
queen of the morning.
Yeah.
A quick